Milo TV, bada boom, bada bam, bada zoom.
Yeah.
Milo TV, bada bim, bada bam, bada bam.
Yeah.
Bada zoom, zoom, zoom.
Milo TV, bada boom. Wait, hold on, go again. Milo TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, click that notification bell, and guys, Miller TV is where it's at, so don't forget. I don't know.
I do.
You, where did you go, man?
Yeah, so this is what I do. We are here in Canada from Ghana. So mostly I try my best to discover Canada to the world, especially to Ghana. However, we have many Ghanaians who migrated to Canada, who went to school, to visit, and others, are refugees. So what I do videos to help our dear brothers get their permanent resident to stay in Canada. Like you said, getting people that should live here forever, yeah, should go back home. So my YouTube channel name is Milo TV GH. Milo, Milo TV GH. So if you could help me promote my YouTube channel.
Yo, what's up, beautiful people? This is your boy Wadamaya, and I'm here to tell you that it's about time for you all to subscribe to Milo TV. You can edit it. It's about time for you all to subscribe to Milo TV GH. I mean, your number one stop shop when it comes to moving, visiting, or even exploring Canada, man.
Alright, so this is what I say. Milo TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah, can we start?
Hey,
Milo TV,
by the
bada bim, bada boom, bada bam.
jeez, man. Milo TV, by the bim, by the boom, by the bam.
Yeah.
It's here too.
Okay.
Milo TV, by the bim, by the boom, by the bam.
Yeah.
It's here too.
Okay.
Milo TV, varabim, varabum, varabim.
Yeah.
Milo TV, bada bim, bada bim, bada bam.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is Milo TV. Good morning, good afternoon. By way of introduction, my name is Prince Kujitiria, MC Milo, Canada-based Ghanaian journalist and a YouTuber. Kindly subscribe if today is your first time watching my YouTube channel. Do not forget to like my videos, comment, and then share. Alright, so what we do here is that, we have our dear brothers and sisters coming to Canada to school. Most of them coming to Canada to visit, and we have people who came here as refugees as a result of those who have problems back home in Ghana. So as we are here and with our more than 10 years experience that we have here, we have to tell our dear people the do's and the don'ts. So usually I do videos telling people what to do and what not to do. I'm not the best person to do this, but that is what I've planned to do to help most of my people from Africa, especially from Ghana, where I am from. There are rules and regulations in any country as far as this world is concerned, and people may take things for granted when they come to Canada. That's why I always sit here to do videos in order to tell my people, do the right thing, stay away from trouble, because I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Try not to get a criminal record in Canada. Otherwise, you will not like it here. But what I can beat my chest to tell you is that Canada is one of the best countries in the world. Trust me, you. So, I have a breaking news to talk about today, and mostly I do videos using our back home language, but some people normally call or send a message at the comment section asking me, hey, Milo TV, why don't you do videos with English language so we could also understand what you're talking about? So sometimes I do switch languages, speak English, even though I'm not that perfect when it comes to English, but I try my best to do what I can do. Milo TV, Toronto, Canada, gonna have fun, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah, subscribe to Milo TV, like my videos, comment. Please, the comment sessions usually tells us if we are on the right path. So try not to go away without giving a comment. Oh, Milo, next time do this. Milo, I have this question for you. Milo, I want to come to Canada. What can I do? You know, this and that. So we could also, build something from what you're talking about. All right, so on today's topic, this is a breaking news. International students in Canada lose thousands of dollars. Why am I saying this? There is this lady in Kitchener. Kitchener is one of those an area in Canada, Waterloo. So people are migrating to Canada. So there are some people taking advantage of these people who wanted to get a place to put their head when they come to Canada, especially international students. So what they do is that they'll go to either Facebook Market or Kijiji.com or most of the online networks, and then tell people, I have a room here, so you could come and rent, which is pretty good, like helping your dear friend, your dear brother, your dear sister. But let me put this straight to you. Most of them will not, they will not find you a place. All they need is to scam you, to fraud you. They will take your money and it is going to be trouble. Now, there is this Indian called Harsh Patel, an international student in Kitchener. He's a student. He couldn't hold his tears. This guy was crying, saying a lot about what transpired with regards to how much money he and his colleagues paid to this landlord. And eventually, when they decided to move into the room, more than 20 people also came that they paid this amount to this same person and they want to leave the place. However, the place was even under construction. Like, let me say renovation, because they were still trying to do something. However, the person who took their monies switched off her phone and then boom. So, CTV is a TV station here in Canada. They tried to get in touch with the lady and eventually she was nowhere to be found. So this Indian guy said he really felt bad. And what makes him feel so bad is that the person in question who took that money, who scammed them, was an Indian. Meanwhile, he came to Canada to seek a greener pasture. So how could his own fellow country, person or fellow, let's say if he is to be a Ghanaian, I would say fellow Ghanaian, do this to him? He was in tears. So we tried to speak to other colleagues who fell victim, and they were like, they don't want to show their faces in camera. And not long ago, about 3 days ago, go to YouTube and Google. One Indian tried to steal a car, and eventually he ran on top of police cars in Canada. A 15-year-old guy has been shot and killed too. Go to YouTube, put it there for more information. Things are going on, and trust me, whatever goes on here in Canada, I will let people know as far as Milo TV is concerned. That is why I want you to subscribe, comment, and then share. All right, so I will go straight to the issue or straight to the case. and let you know what is going on. It is a bit cold. It's getting colder today, so I put on my comforter to so yeah, I will let us go straight to the scene to find out what transpired and what went on in this country we call Canada. And okay, so
warning about rental scams. Some Conestoga College students say they feel manipulated after showing up at an apartment in Kitchener thinking they had secured it to rent, and only to find several others who thought the same thing. CTV's Heather Senerin has this story and joins us with more now. So Heather, how many people are we talking here?
Tony, I spoke with a handful of students, and they say that when they showed up, at least 20 other people also showed up expecting to move in, and now they're out thousands of dollars, most of them international students hoping to move in before classes started. Harsh Patel took this video.
All right, so as you heard at the background, like mostly they use this to, sort of scam international students who are in need of a place to sleep or stay so they could enroll. But why could you do this to international students? So let's fast forward. Let's go straight up to listen to what went on.
2 weeks before he was ready to move into this 2-bedroom plus den apartment on Chandler Drive in Kitchener. There were red flags right away. It was partially furnished, and the person showing him the unit claimed to be living there, but didn't appear to have any of his own belongings in it.
There was nothing. Like, you need some clothes to live, you need some utensils for your kitchen and something like that. There was none of these things.
Fast forward to what was supposed to be move-in day on August 30th. Patel says he showed up with his friends and all their belongings to move in, but several strangers were already in the unit claiming it was theirs.
We were a little bit confused at that time what is happening, how two different groups can have lease on about same property.
They all found out the unit wasn't really available for rent and they had just been scammed.
It was around 15 people. And the maintenance guy also said to me that before us, there was also like 5-6 guys also showed up.
They were stranded and frustrated. And like Patel, most were international students.
They are taking advantage because we don't know many stuff about lease and all the things.
Other victims didn't want to appear on camera but sent more videos of their viewings days before moving in. Patel tried to contact the woman who claimed to be the owner.
But after eventually calling for like 10 or 12 times, she blocked me.
CTV News also called the woman, but it went straight to voicemail.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Many immigrants came here for different lives and good life. So when I came here, and I also find that the lady was from my country as well. So I find it very disrespectful.
The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre says online scams have been on the rise since last year, costing people big money.
715 of those reports are of rental scams, and 508 victims lost a total of $820,000.
Experts say when it sounds too good to be true, it usually is.
If you fall victim to the scam, you contact Equifax, TransUnion. If you've given any financial information, contact your financial institution and put a fraud alert on your file.
Patel and the other victims we spoke with say they signed a false lease agreement and paid first and last month's rent, which came to about $4,000. Money now lost.
They were very upset. Some of them were crying as well.
Waterloo Regional Police confirmed they are investigating and is encouraging renters to use bank checks or money orders when possible. Do your research ahead of time and be suspicious if there appears to be urgency or pressure for a quick deal. Patel says he reached out to building management and they told him that the unit is owned by a private company. We reached out to building management, but we did not hear back. Tony.
Okay, Heather, thank you so much. CTV's Heather Senerin with that report.
All right, so you heard what went on. I came to Canada to seek a greener pasture, had a room online, decided to pay, and eventually it was a scam. Okay, so How many guys, let me ask you, as an international student, let me ask you this question. Have you ever come across such an issue? Because most people are falling victims to this traumatic stuff. So please, my dear brothers from Africa, my dear brothers from Ghana, from Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, you can mention the rest, Cote d'Ivoire. This is what I want to tell you. Before you move to Canada, try as much as you can to do a bit research. Even though you need a place to put your head, you need a place to stay. But mostly try to get people from your country, talk to them, let them know if they could end up getting you a place. Because there are so many fraudsters online trying to take what you have from you, and they wouldn't get you a place to live. Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Now, aside this issue, a 15-year-old boy has been shot in Canada. And when we go straight to Brazil, mostly people passes Brazil and they end up going to the States, that is United States of America. And mostly people from India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and other parts of the world move all the way from their countries to Brazil as transit, and then boom, straight to the States. Now, the Brazilian government says, no waiting, Tuntan. He is not going to allow immigrants to pass through his country and then go to the States. Wow, it is getting harder and harder. All right, so I'm doing some research. There is this police car that tried to stop a guy, and he's an Indian as well, and he ran over some people here in Canada. Let me do the research. Okay, so what he does is that he stole the vehicle, and as the police tried to comprehend or stopped him, what he tried to do is to just use his car to climb on top of the police cars and then jump away. This is the picture. I'll show it to you, but we have to go straight up to watch the video so we can know what actually went on. And
Malton, just north of the city of Toronto. And
video to show you now, the moment a driver in the Toronto area, take a look, a suspected stolen vehicle has happened west of Toronto, and the security camera video showing you the Ford Bronco literally driving right over top of these two police cruisers. Let's bring in CTV's John Musselman, who's covering this story for us. John, very dramatic video there. What happened here?
Well, we were able to talk to some witnesses, Todd. They tell us around 6:30 last night. We're in Malton, just north of the city of Toronto, and actually Mississauga. They say that three police cruisers tried to box in this Ford Bronco. It was in the drive-through. Now, police were called here because they got a call from a local store saying that the suspect in that Bronco may have been wanted in an alleged theft. So when police moved in, they also confirmed that the Bronco was in fact stolen. So as they boxed it in, the suspect behind the wheel was trying to get away. So he tried to drive over the police cars, but he only got about halfway, and then he reversed back off the police cars. Now, a witness tells us that the Bronco was right up against the drive-through window, and he crawled out of the Bronco into the Tim Hortons location and tried to take off, but the police had come to the front door, so he ran back in, then got back into the Jeep. By the time he got back into the Jeep, police had pulled him out from the passenger side. He was tasered and then taken into custody. It was quite dramatic witness accounts about what happened here yesterday.
Yeah, and John, I know you've been talking to people in that area and getting some reaction, to what they saw, and that kind of seeing this outside of a Tim Hortons. What are they saying?
Well, they thought at first they weren't sure what was going on. They thought it looked like some kind of movie, but as they got closer, they saw this was serious. The police had their guns drawn. I think we have a clip from one of the people we talked to this morning. We'll run that now, and you can hear what this person had to say.
The cops are just trying to pin him in. He tried to jump out the driver's window to go inside the Tim Hortons drive-through window, and the officer saw that. He tried to go in, but the cops before that had the guns drawn, saying that they're going to shoot. We don't want to shoot. And then as he noticed the cop was going into the store, he tried to go back into his truck. And as that was happening, the cop started smashing the passenger window, asking them to come out. He was starting to crawl out the passenger window, and as he's doing that, he got tased.
Oh.
Now, keep in mind, this is a very busy plaza. There was a lot of people around when this was happening, so there was certainly a danger situation here, not only for the officers, but for other civilians. A lot of the witnesses are crediting police for being patient here in this.
All right, so you see what happened? This guy tried to jump over police cars, and this is not nice at all. People are trying to do so many things here, and what I will tell you is that, my dear brother, stay away from trouble. You know where you're coming from, so try not to do anything to let you get a criminal record. It's gonna hurt you, it's gonna destroy your life. Be careful, open your eyes well, things are going on. This is Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Subscribe if today is your first time watching my YouTube channel. Kindly go straight to the comment section, write something, and then fast forward, we could all end up helping ourselves. So if you are an international student, if you have a visitor visa, traveling to Canada from everywhere in the world, that's why this video came into my mind that I have to do it English. So try to avoid these scammers, these fraudsters, otherwise you will end up wasting your money. This is where we come to the end of today's video. Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Yeah.
For Milo TV, Toronto, Canada, and my name is Frank White. Sana, me am a friend. Now, I was just I was some kid to be on the and I'm Ghana for I will produce more better. I was gradually know your dominance and a big. Yes, Ed Doripa. And I was boy and come out and come out.
Oh, where I am come up to I can form with Milo TV. Yeah, it's money. Wow, person, divorce, our person. Simple divorce, our person. I found come a lawyer. Okay, no friend, yeah. And then lawyers now, my bona lawyer, no better. Just an American. Who bet you? You know, say the opposite, you divorce, and I simple. Fair. The number is 416 826 3099. Oh, friend, now children say more. Let me I am. And found my lawyer and I do scan.
Do what? Okay, so Sanity Wadama, Fafa, and Ebebo, what is? All right. Sorry. Papa. Yes, sir. Kiselamo. Yes, sir. Hello, Babasa. Yes, sir. Good to see you.